It is. How's it going, everybody? Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of y'all. It is currently December 25th when I'm recording this, and I thought I'd do something a bit special for you today, since today is a special day. Anyway, so basically, I'm going to be going from 0 wins to 20 wins, showcasing every single game in this 20-win challenge. Basically, this is an ice bow guide, right? So we're going to face all the matchups in the game, probably everything you really want to see. Okay, this guy, what the heck? This is how you know it's fun to win right here, is that play right there. But anyways, this is going to be the first game down. To be honest, I'm going to cut a lot of games when the games are over, just to save you guys and myself some time after recording this. So that's going to be game number 1 before it starts game number 2. As I said, we're going to be showing all 20 games, or however many it is. Okay, Recruit's first play. We get Stormy, Clone the River, and then Recruit's first play. That's insane. But yeah, I'll show all the games, so there's no in between. You're going to see a game like that, and you're going to see a 5-minute sweat fest, I'm guessing, towards the end of this. Or even now, like, to be honest, if it's Recruits, there's a lot of games where you really can't do anything. You just have to play defense all game. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this longer video. If you do, make sure you leave a like. I'm just going to say that now before I forget to at the end of this video. But yeah, I hope everybody's spending some time with their family and whatnot these next couple days. And you know, it's almost 2025, which is crazy to think about how quick this year has kind of gone. I'm gonna rocket that E-Drag actually. So Recruit's E-Drag is not exactly the matchup we are looking for. He's got Healer as well. So in the back of my mind, Healer only goes with 2 Golem decks and maybe a few Golem decks. I was right, okay. You know, had to trust the instinct. Okay, that E-Golem actually just got pushed by the Healer, which is, or by the Ice Fist, which is a bit unlucky. Oh, okay, we're going to on top of that. And then I can just go for my log, kill those Eagle and blobs, and yeah, this should be a pretty free win from here on out because of the elixir, I would think. I'm going to expo here. I don't believe he has enough for Recruits. If he does, actually he might on 0, to be honest. Yeah, he does. Okay, but now he doesn't have any elixir, so I'm going to go Knight like this to block for the Recruits. We still have that's why I have 10 HP for this right-hand side. Basically, I'm just going to be giving you guys perfect commentary, or as close to perfect as I can, on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it as well. Treating it sort of like an ice bow guide, but not exactly, since it is a little bit different and I'm not getting specific matchups. I'm just showing through the entire 20-win challenge, right? So this video is easily going to be an hour. I haven't done an hour video in months and months and months, so you know, had to give you guys something special today. And I'm just going to go Ice Fist in the back like this. I could cycle Tesla, to be honest, but it's kind of a waste either way. And I don't really, you know, to be honest, I don't play the first couple matches well. Usually I just kind of play super aggressive because I don't think that I'm going to be able to lose to people like this. I'm not trying to be mean, but you know, it's the first couple wins, right? You should be able to win these pretty easily, right? So that's my thought process. At least I usually play way more aggressive. Not every game is going to be perfect, and that's exactly what I'm showing y'all every game, so you can understand that I'm not playing like every game at the top amount of perfection every single time. Like right here, I've already played a bit sloppy, taken some damage from the blobs, taken some damage from the poison. Oh wow, he just pre-poisoned me. I'm getting pre-poisoned at the second win. This might be over, guys. Just kidding, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and rocket this E-Drag. Yeah, I'll force it as well. It's aggressive, but to be honest, there's no way he's gonna win this anyways. So that's gonna be the second game done and gone. Oh no, we're facing Riley in his third game. Oh no, guys. Everybody better buckle in because we're in for a long one here. I'm gonna go Knight to back. He's saying thanks. Okay, Stein first play. You love to see that. So I'm assuming we're gonna get quite a few of these. Stein's first play, Recruit's first play, stuff like that in this challenge. Baby Dragon as well. So this could be Splash Art if I had to guess. If he is playing meta deck, of course. You know, you really can't tell for the first 10 wins, to be honest. A lot of the time, you think it's meta deck, then they pull out a random Sparky or like a you know, Wizard or even Mega Knight or Pekka Mega Knight, you know, stuff like that just randomly spawns. Exactly, he has a princess. Exactly what I was saying, but okay. Let's see, so he's got a very interesting deck. I might just chill. Oh my god, I called it. He's got MK as well. That's funny. Okay, we'll go Knight like this on top of the MK. And yeah, I just really hope y'all are making the best out of the couple days left in this year that we have. And, you know, preparing for the next year. And, you know, I feel like everyone's goal, you just got to make this next year better than this one that we just had, right? You know, no matter how this year wins, that's kind of just life, I would say. And you just want to keep improving. Like for me, for example, I'm going to keep trying to be the best YouTuber I can be, and also, you know, entertain you guys and make you happy, or at least make you, even if it's not happy, just make you kind of like de-stress from your other things in life. That's kind of the main goal of my channel, to be honest. It's just so you can watch Clash Royale, you know, get better, of course, but also just get a break from whatever's happening in your own life as well, and just, you know, 3 games up and 3 games down right there. I don't assume we're going to have any struggles within the first 13, 14 games. It's usually around 14 when the games start getting a bit difficult, where I have to kind of lock in. So he's going to play the wizard in the back first play, hit us with a little thanks. I like that. I like that energy from Mimo here. We'll go Tesla the river, don't want to do anything too stupid. That's the main thing I get when people ask me, what do you do against mid-ladder players? What do you do? I can't get past these MK Wizard P.E.K.K.A decks. Well, this is the perfect video for you. Oh, dude, I literally am calling it today. What the heck? But yeah, this is the perfect video for you because I'm going to be facing these type of playstyles and showing you what you need to do. You only want to expo ever when you are safe. Like, for example, even though he had enough for an MK right there, there's no way that MK is going to take out my entire deck and go to tower with the elixir advantage that I had. So we can just go ahead and grab King Tower. I would also say a lot of people, when I watch them play Icepo, don't get King Tower active nearly enough. And it's not necessarily with barrels. It could be with MK troops. You can even activate with a lot of things like bowler. There's a lot of cards in this game that you can activate the King Tower with. And I see whenever I watch people, there's a very low percentage of people that play this deck and actually get the King Tower active as many times as they can. It's very I guess it is matchup dependent if you need the King Tower, but it is very important, especially if it's single elixir and you have a decently even game still going. So he's gonna play that. You shouldn't do this, but I am going to expo the bridge. I don't think that he can really punish me for this. If he does, then, fair play, but we'll see. I'm just going to go ahead and let this all kind of die out. He's probably going to wizard behind that P.E.K.K.A. No, he's going to go for the MK to river. Okay, so this could get sketchy here. We'll go Tesla. You really shouldn't expo in single at all in that situation, but I feel pretty confident that we can defend this. Wow, that log actually missed 2 spear goblins. I don't know how that happened. Am I dead? Wait, did I just get cooked? Wait, this was not in the plans, guys. Okay, double elixir is here, thankfully. I probably would have lost my tower. Even if I did lose my tower, though, I can just rocket his tower once and then log a few times, and then we'd just be, back even. But even a Tesla like this, we are okay. He does get my tower down to about 1,000, and I think it's time that I should just probably chill, not go expo the bridge, even though I want to. And we're just going to play smart and secure the win. So we want to go 20-0. Our goal is 20 wins and no losses. That would be super cool if I can get that. So, no messing around. So I'm going to go Skellies up high and then Knight for the P.E.K.K.A. Ice Fist to the side. Log like this to kill the Spear Goblins. Hopefully that P.E.K.K.A. dies as well. Okay, perfect. Really good defense right there. And our King Tower, like I said, is being super, super helpful. We have to watch out for the Goblin Barrel that he does have in his deck. There's no need to, lose to that. So I'm going to go here and then go for the Ice Fist just to make sure that the Goblins don't take my tower. Oh, I didn't even notice that was in the back. That's my bad. He has a curse. Okay, I like that play. I saw the vision right there, but we can just go for the rocket log, and then I think that's enough. Yeah, it's going to be just enough. I still don't know how much log does. Pretty smooth sailing through this 20-win challenge so far. This is usually kind of how the first games go, to be honest with you. That's why I very rarely ever show them, and I haven't done like a 20-game walkthrough or whatever yet, because, it's not even really games of all the time. That last one was a little bit funky, but we were able to defend that MK P.E.K.K.A. player quite a bit better in triple and double, or whatever the heck it was, double elixir, than in single because of, the high cost of his deck. It was kind of tough in single, but okay, I'm going to go Knight like this to block that Mega Minion. Looks like he does have Lava Hound. I couldn't guess that by his name. Probably should look at his name. I'm going to expo in the middle since we do have this Tesla about 33.6. 421% HP to the dot. Yes, I know my Tesla calculations, guys. No, I don't. Please don't take that serious. I know some people will, but please don't. I'm going to go Skellies like this. Clash Royale is a game at the end of the day, guys. You got to enjoy it. That's the main thing about it. I would never play this deck in my life if I didn't enjoy playing it, right? So I'm going to go log like this and then Knight up high to kill the bomber, and that should be decent enough. Ice Fist is going to do a good enough job here. I do have Tornado as well in 2 seconds. I don't actually think he has that much elixir right now, so I feel like his Tornado is pretty safe. Guys, after this, I'm not trying to make y'all hungry. I apologize, but I'm about to eat. It's currently 8 in the morning for me on Christmas Day, so I just woke up maybe 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and after this we're gonna have a breakfast, and I'm so excited because we get like strawberry waffles with whipped cream on them. Oh man, it's like the greatest thing you'll ever taste in your life. If you've never tried it or you never have had the opportunity to try it, I highly recommend it. It's just like regular homemade waffles, and then you have this like frozen strawberries, you thaw them out and put them in a bowl and mix them up with some raspberries as well, and you put whipped cream on top. Oh my gosh, it's like, bro, it's amazing. Absolutely horrible for your health, but like, it's Christmas, okay? You get the day pass, all right? Just because of that. But man, it's goated. I can't wait to eat that after this. You know, that's my motivation to win this 20-win challenge, is I get to eat that after. But I'm gonna go Ice Fist like this, and that should take out the Lava Hound Log right here. That should kill the Skellies. Nice. But yeah, that's like a tradition for my house. We always have that on Christmas morning. Game number 6 right here, clean 5-0 to start this. Really haven't had a game that was too close either, besides, you know, that MK Pack one if you want to count that, but it wasn't really close. We'll go log on top of that Spear Goblins and see what this opponent does have. So maybe, I was going to say Mortar, if he does have the Spear Goblins, but yeah, that's fine. We'll go Tornado, get the King Tower. If you did not know this interaction, that is a very important interaction to figure out. I actually did not know that interaction until recently as well, so I kind of, you know, it's a new one to add to your bag for sure if you're looking for King Tower activations. Like I said earlier a few games ago, King Tower is so massive in these games. But I'm just going to go for the Knight down low to get that Ghost. Basically, as soon as you get King Tower, the game's like not completely over, but you know, you feel so much more secure. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, he's playing Bridge Spam, so we'll just go ahead and take that Rocket on the cannon card. I'm guessing he has the Goblinstein version. I mean, who doesn't have the Goblinstein version? You know, my favorite thing about the first few wins in this challenge as well is that sometimes people aren't playing Goblinstein, and it's kind of like a nice break, because I'm sure, as you guys will probably see towards the end of this video, oh, I messed up my micro. No, bad Skelly Hunter. I was just trying to be greedy and get a perfect game with no damage, to be honest, but it's all good. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you don't face too much Goblinstein, and you're going to notice probably towards the end that it's Goblinstein after Goblinstein over and over on repeat, in the 10 to 20 win range most of the time at least. So I'm just going to go ahead and chill for a sec. I don't really need to do anything. I'm almost at 10 elixir, so I might as well log this Battle Ram. Somehow I get those two confused. I don't know how. They're completely different things, but I'm gonna go Knight like this on top of the Ghost. You know, I feel like KFC Clash just yapping right now, making his you know, yapping videos where he just talks about whatever. He actually has to go to like the greatest random commentary of all time, I swear. But anyways, gonna Ice Fist the back right here and see what my opponent does gonna do. If he goes in with this, I guess I'll just Tesla. I don't know, my cycle's a bit shocked. Yeah, that wasn't good. I'm gonna be honest, that was trash. It's all good though. You can't play every interaction perfect. My cycle was just very awkward, to be honest, right there. So I'm gonna go log like this, Knight to back, try and just resets. That Ice Spirit, unfortunately for him, does get walloped by the log. I can just go Ice Fist like this. We don't have the greatest responses in hand for a Ghost, so I'll just go Tesla again. I could Expo, but I think I'm gonna play smart and go defensive Expo behind this Knight, because there's no way he doesn't have, I mean, he hasn't played a big spell yet, so I don't think he has one. Even if he does, it's not the end of the world to play this, because we would, number one, figure out what he has, and then number two, it's still a solid play. It's still going to be good and get value no matter what. So I'm going to go Skellies like this, and then we can go for the Tesla down low. Go ahead and Knight for the Royal Ghost, and this is perfect so far, so good. The Ram is going to finally die. We can log that. I thought the Goblinstein might die, and I didn't need to log, but it didn't die, unfortunately. Not sure about that cannon card. I am going to NATO this just to make sure it doesn't get, it doesn't, like, you know, somehow not to go to my Tesla, because that's happened so many times with the cannon card for me. I don't know what it is, but cannon cards got very funky range in this game. I'm just going to let those Spear Goblins connect. It's a few hits, but it is what it is. I'm going to go Expo like this on the left-hand side. Knight to block whatever he does drop. So it looks like he doesn't have Stein. Oh, he does. Wait, no, he already played that. I'm so like Dementia filled. It's crazy. We're going to Tornado like this. This is a meta deck too. How did I forget he had Stein? But we'll just log go for the Skellies to tank for the cannon card. And then he probably should get something else down, so I'm going to go Evo Knight at the river. We have him in a very good cycle right now, where he's kind of forced to play cards on 0. For example, that Battle Ram is on basically nothing, I want to say. Expo is not going to connect on tower, unfortunately, but it's all good. I can just go for my Expo again here on 0, since we do have the Tesla set up. He's probably going to cannon cart this if I had to take a logical guess of what's happening. So I'll go Ice Fist right here. He does have a Stein back in cycle, actually. He's going to pop the ability, so pre-Tornado like this. Beautiful Tornado right there, Hunter. And then I can just kind of chill out. There's the cannon card. We can go Knight to block for that. Okay, perfect. I feel like we're playing very well. We're catching every single card he tries to place at the river, but we're still not breaking through. That's kind of the story of Expo right there, though. To be honest, you just aren't going to get damage with it, even if you're playing very good at the river. I mean, I got a small lock. We did all that, and we got, what, like 200 damage? So we'll take it. You know, small wins, guys. That's all that matters. Mainly, the most important thing here is that I'm wasting his time, so I'm just going to Tornado like this in case he does pop the ability, which he does again right there. Another easy prediction. And that's going to be basically good game. Even if I don't get another lock right here, there's no way he's going to break through. So I'm just going to Expo again like this. That should, come on, bro. I want to lock. Okay, we got an Expo lock. Let's go. We finally connected on tower. After that bandit dash, by the way, that's a scam. It's all good. We're going to Tesla like this, and his tower's down to about 1,200. 30 seconds left. He's not giving up. You know, he's playing decent, pretty solid defense for no big spell. But there's, once again, just no way that he can really win this. So I'm going to go Knight on top of the cannon card. Ice Fist on top of the barbs. yeah, I mean, he's not gonna lose his tower, to be fair. But I can just go rocket like this. Only 10 seconds left in the game, and that's gonna be another one in the books. I believe that's 6 wins. 6 or 7, I can't remember. Shoot, the dementia is kicking in, guys. But anyways, that's going to be GG's right there, and we're going to pull up another one. That guy was pretty solid, though, for sure. You could tell he was definitely a step above what I've been facing before. In our next match here against JNCTE, going to go log on top of that Suspicious Bush, which is a card I haven't seen in a fat minute. Okay, Queen to back. Yes, this is what I like to see. So we got Archer Queen, Sus Bush. You know, decks like this, man, I love when Clash Royale is just random. It's so fun when you face just like random decks and you have absolutely no clue what's happening next. So I'm going to go knight to back right here, and we'll see what he wants to do. Is he going to pop the ability? No, he's not. Okay, that's fine. Prince to back, so I'm guessing it's an MK deck with the Suspicious Bush and the Queen and the Prince. That makes a decent amount of sense, I would say. Okay, Ice Fist is going to do enough to clean up that Prince here, I think, and then maybe I can Expo. I'm going to Expo like this. I know this is aggressive, but I think it's the play. Sus Bush is going to get a few hits on my tower. I'm actually going to ignore that completely because he's 1000% about to play something on top of my Expo. I'm going to Knight. You know, I think this is one of those games where I'm just going to shove the Knight and, you know, take some damage to get some damage, I guess. So Expo's on tower. That's basically game, to be honest with you guys. I don't see him coming back from this situation. I mean, you never know. But I feel like with the start like this, you know, there's no coming back. So I think we'll just go ahead and cut to the next one and call that one a win. Up against Joe Coolio right here. Fire name, I must say so myself. But all right, so Cannoneer once again, you know, immediately when I think Cannoneer in this game, I think about Mortar and I think about, what else? Splash Yard. Those are the two decks that come to mind whenever I do see the Cannoneer, and I'm like, okay, so just always be ready for those. So I could be right here. He's got the Ice Whiz. I'm going to go Expo like this just to see what he's got. Probably Stein, though, right? Sir? Okay, there's the Stein. Kind of a late Stein, though. He does just allow his Ice Whiz to die, and maybe I can cheese him. Wait a second. He kind of sold right there, I'm going to be honest, with number one. Okay, he's got Evo Knight version. That's really bad. If you guys did not know, this is actually like a 95-5 matchup for them. I think it's pretty obvious why. They've got the Evo Knight, they've got the Stein. So immediately your Expo dreams and hopes of never getting on tower, they're out the window. And then also, you know, the poison, of course, with the graveyard, they're always going to get damage. It's a matchup you can't really rocket cycle because, you know, being down Elixir in a Splash Yard game is basically like just being in the desert. You just like keep going down and down and down, and you don't ever find water. Like, that's what's happening. You just like keep getting more dehydrated, I guess. That's a perfect analogy, low-key. I'm gonna go. He missed the poison. What is he doing? Hold on. He messed. Okay, thank goodness he messed up right there, or we would have gotten 0 damage. But that's a big mess up. Now we're up over 1,000 damage on this guy to start the game in single Elixir, and I can kind of play like way more defensive and not try and force anything on offense, which is kind of pointless to do anyway. The only time I ever offensive, or you should offensive, is when you have Elixir advantage, but in this matchup it's kind of different because, you know, you've got to be desperate for damage. Anytime you can like sneak a bit of damage is important, but for now, I'm happy because he did mess up his poison. We'll take a mistake from our opponent. Definitely pretty clutch. Let's just go ahead and play our... you know, I'll just Knight to back. There's no reason for me to... Oh my gosh, my timing. That's pretty bad. I'm going to go Ice Fist early, then go for the Tornado like this. Dang, that was really bad Knight timing by me. It's fine, though. It doesn't really matter too much. We can just pull that Knight back to get the tower on the graveyard, of course. And then we can just go Knight again, not trying to take any unnecessary damage. So that's why I'm spending quite a bit of Elixir. It is okay to spend a little more defending in this matchup because, you know, you're not really going to pressure very much, you know, until they make that mistake. So Evo Knight, this is the problem here. So he's going to go for that. I don't really have anything for it. He's once again probably just going to graveyard on this other side. I'm going to go for the log early. My cycle is really bad. We'll go Ignite like this, then Evolve Tesla for all these Skellies, and then I can just go... I don't really want to go for the Ice Whiz. That one Skelly, though, in the back got 2 hits, which is unfortunate. But it's the only reason I'm going to go in right here is because he doesn't have his Stein and cycle. So I can just go Skelly's Ice Whiz the river, try and get a small lock, please. No! Oh, we were so close. Okay, it's fine. That's good, though. Look at the right side, though. He has to defend that Knight with something, sir. Hello, the Knight on your tower? What? That's a lot of damage. We can actually switch lanes now, which is super nice for me because, you know, I'd rather go into the same lane as him if I'm going to play my, like my log. What is he doing? He just gave me a free rocket. Okay. I think he might have forgotten that I have rocket in my deck, maybe, or something. But that's going to be really good. Now we have control of the game for sure. I don't see myself losing from here. I'm going to Expo like this on the left, even though I don't really think I'm going to get damage. Oh, wow. He's got Evo Cannon. I didn't even realize that. I guess it makes sense since he doesn't have the Evolution Bomber. He has the bar barrel instead. But yeah, I mean, there's no way to lose from this point unless I get too passive. That's the only way I could lose. So what I mean by being too passive is if I don't expo anymore and I just kind of sit here, he's going to graveyard poison, and bang, just like that, I'm down about, you know, 800 damage, and the game's very close, going to triple, or like going towards the end of the last 30-40 seconds. So that's the, you know, you've got to be careful against really good splash art players. They know exactly what to do with their spam, and they just, once you get into a splash art cycle, you are stuck in that cycle. We're gonna go Ice Fist to block the river, pull everything back with the tornado, and I have no elixir, unfortunately, so this is kind of bad. I'll go for the log to make sure these heavies don't take my entire tower. Yeah, we're good. I mean, he gets a few hits, but that you can see exactly what I mean by the chip damage just building up super fast. So, alright, he's gonna go for an Ice Fist. I think now is the time to defensive expo. Now that there's only 50 seconds, this is when you want to turtle, you know, play your best defense. Try and control that river so he can't get a massive push going. And even if they do get a push going, it's all good. So I'm just gonna rocket ice, whatever that's called, rocket tornado that, and then I missed a stein somehow. I don't know how. We'll just log, and I can ice with the back to kill the rest of those skellies. Not too bad, you know, perfect use of the ice wizard right there in this situation. Man, I love ice wiz, guys. It's easily my favorite card in the game. You know, fits the holiday theme as well, so perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and rocket this tower since there is only 20 seconds left. We can tornado to pull that knight in as well. Oh, bang! That is an actual bang. Curry from downtown, rocket right there. We'll go here and then go for the ice fist on top of this, and that's going to be a GG's, a game over right there. I believe, oh shoot, I don't even know, is that 7 wins? I kind of forgot it and have been losing track because I've just been queuing up over and over. But yeah, very bad matchup, not even pretty bad matchup, and we pulled off a solid victory there. Found our next game here against Axer. He's got the Duchess, so immediately I think recruits or log bait. Those are the two things that come to mind. We'll go skellies like this. It's always important that you're thinking about what your opponent could have before, especially when you are facing better players. If you want to get that first ranked finish, that first top 1,000 even, I know a lot of you are already ranked that watch my videos, which is solid, bro. Like, there's a lot of good people that watch my videos here. But I'm going to go Ice with the back like this. He does have Goblin Curse, very interesting. So maybe some kind of P.E.K.K.A. or Goblin Giant deck is my thought process right now. I guess we'll see. I'm going to go Tesla right here, and I feel like he kind of set himself up for failure here. Let me see, though. Let me be patient. Yeah, okay. That should be game. And I'll tell you why. So even if he lets this go and tries to tower trade me, I've got the rocket, and it looks like he is playing either Giant or Goblin Giant. Oh, sir, don't zap. This is getting bad. No, it's over. It's over, guys. Yeah. I mean, he just spent all of his elixir, and I can just easily rocket to clean up the entire push. Expo's going to reconnect on tower. Man, that is, let's just say that's a bit rough for my opponent right there. Not a good start, and also this is a very good matchup for me. So I'm just going to go Skelly's log like this. His tower is already down to 800. There's really no way he can come back from this situation, but it is what it is. You know, this matchup is actually the best, or one of the best matchups in the entire meta. This Giant Sparky, or Goblin Giant Sparky deck. I believe he has E-Barbs as well, but I'm not too sure. I guess we'll just go ahead and cut because there's basically no way he can win this game, I'll be honest. Yeah, that's going to be game, so I guess I'll just show the ending, but that was a pretty simple win right there. He did spam pretty well, to be fair. Game number 10, so we're hitting double digits already. You know the vibe. Up against Cyber Games right here. Gonna go Ice Fist for the Bar Barrel. Wow, can't speak English, apparently. It is early in the morning, so give me some slack, right, guys? I usually record my videos, like, between the hour of, shoot, I don't even know. It depends on the day, I guess, but between the hour of, like, noon to, like, 4 or 5 p.m. So, you know, this is very early for me, but, you know, I'm getting through it. Okay, Expo's going to connect on tower, and that's basically game, I want to say. I mean, unless you do something pretty quick that changes this. Yeah, I mean, okay, he's going to Lumber Loon, which is pretty, I mean, you see the vision, but I can just go ahead and defend this perfectly and then get the King Tower active, maybe. We're probably not going to get King Tower, which is all good. He's going to go for that. I can just go ahead and Knight apply. Really good, you know, I got to respect the efforts from the opponent. I can just go Tornado like this, and then he's going to freeze on 0. I can almost guarantee he's going to freeze. Do it. Pre-log. Yep. GG's, bro. GG's. Okay, we're in double digits now, going for the 11th win right here. I'm just going to Tornado those archers. I know it's a weird play, but if you look at my hand, nothing is really a good play. And if he does have 3.0 Expo, okay, well, I was going to say he has 3.0 Expo because of archers, but I'm completely wrong, obviously. But for instance, if he did have 3.0, that's a good play because the archers don't get a shot on your tower, as you can see right there. And you still have, you know, plenty of elixir to defend the Expo if he does go in with the rocket skellies on top of it. So he's going to go Stein the back. Very interesting deck from my opponent right here. Rocket, Archer, Stein. I mean, I can see the, Sparky, Archer, Stein, not Rocket. I have Rocket, of course. But we're going to go Skellies on top of this. right here and keep kind of chucking. I'm gonna go log on top of that Goblin Stein, which is fine, that rhymes. I can go Knight the back. Looks like he does have the Goblin Giant, so this seems like a decently meta deck, actually, especially if he does have like a Lightning or arrows. I'm gonna assume he has Lightning just in case, so I don't give him too much value. Even if he does Lightning here, I could probably activate the King Tower, depending on what he does do. So, no, he's not gonna Lightning. He's gonna Mini Pack at the back. Oh, no. I have a bad feeling that we have a hard counter, guys, and this guy's gonna have a rough day. Oh no, I feel bad. Okay, we're just gonna Skellies like this. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh man, yeah, this is bad, guys. And maybe he can defend this. I would be surprised if he does, to be completely honest. He does have Stein, to be fair, so maybe Stein will give him that little bailout that he needs. We'll go Knight like this, and then he could probably Goblin Giant in a few seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-Tornado for his ability. And did we get it? No, we didn't actually. Wow, okay, this guy's cooking. I gotta give this guy more credit. He's playing well, to be fair. I didn't expect him to not pop that ability right there. Maybe it was just like by chance, but maybe he knew that I was gonna Tornado as well. So I guess we are at 10 wins. You gotta start giving your opponents some decent credit. You know, you don't want to take these games for granted. Even though I have a good matchup here, it's still important that you do play kind of solid and sound throughout the match. Maybe I can try and grab King Tower, but I'm just going to go Expo like this. I've got my Evo Tesla to go Sparky. He's probably going to Evo Archers if I had to guess. I'm going to Evo Tesla, then Evo Knight. Okay, barely got that down in time. Wow, that was very close, actually. I was trying to get that down in case he did go for the Archers, which he obviously did. But that's fine. Okay, Knight's going to get that Goblin Stein down to 0 HP. I don't know. This guy's kind of in a bad situation here. I'm going to go Expo like this on... Actually, let me chill because I can Expo again once this one Expo dies. Please die. Holy cow, you're taking too long. You know, that's the one instance where I actually wanted my Expo to die quicker so I could get another Expo on the map. So we're just going to Tornado kill the Sparky right away, and that should be a lock on tower. Beautiful. He's probably going to go for the Stein or the Archers, so we'll just get the Ice down. Oh, minions, even better. I didn't even know he had minions in this deck, and that's going to be basically GG's. I can just log like this. Expo's going to connect the tower, and that's going to get his tower down to about... you know, rocket range-ish. Yep, that's rocket plus Tornado plus log range, isn't it? Let me just set up a Tesla, though. Play it safe. Yeah, there's the Goblin Giant. We'll go Tesla in the middle now, and then I can cycle back around to another log. Wow, my log is 10 cards out of cycle somehow. We'll just go log like this, and that should be a good game. Just need one rocket to finish it off, and that's going to be game over. I think he knows it as well. Pretty easy matchup right there. Not even pretty easy. It's very, very easy. No big spell from the opponent. It's just kind of unfortunate for him, I would say. Game number 12 right here. We're getting through this decently quick, actually. A little bit quicker than I had expected. We're just going to go Skellies like this. Ice Boost right here. I'm assuming this video is going to be at least an hour, though. You know, surely these games are going to start getting long, where I'm stuck in 4 or 5 minute games because of the opponent's deck and skill level. So we're going to go Knight the back. Prince Guards. What could that be? MK? Maybe Goblin Giant MK? Maybe P.E.K.K.A. He's got Stein, which doesn't surprise anyone. I mean, you tell me if you're surprised by that. But I'm just going to go Skellies on top of the Stein, plus the Prince right here. And that should clean it up decently. I might just Expo. The reason I'm doing this is because no Stein in cycle and then also no Prince. If he does have MK... Nah, yeah, I shouldn't, man. I shouldn't. I'm tempted to Expo, to be honest, but I think I'm just going to wait. I know this is kind of a bit weird that I'm not playing a card, but if I play anything, like if I drop my Ice Boost on nothing, it's a bit of a waste, and it's time for me to actually start playing how I would usually play in a important situation, right? So this is you know, I'm showcasing discipline, guys. This is this is discipline here. So okay, he's gonna Goblin Giant like this. I'll just go for my Ice Boost back now, obviously, and then I'll go Knight up high just in case he does have Lightning. I can go, wow, all right, we can rocket that. To be honest, I'm getting lucky a bit with these matchups as well because Goblin Giant Sparky, I don't face that hardly ever. I don't know the last time I've even faced that deck, and I faced it like twice in this challenge alone, so maybe 3 times. I'm going to go for have my Tesla hovered if he does play something at the river. Let's go for the Stein right there. You know, I've noticed myself playing a lot less Teslas at the river just because, especially in single, just because you know, the meta is so Stein-filled that it's almost a waste to play a Tesla at the river a lot of the time. So we can just get our Evo Knight down like this, tank for that Prince's Lance, and then, yeah, his Stein is going to be a bit annoying, but it's all good. I don't really have to worry about it too much. I will go ahead and log like this, try and take out that Stein pretty quick, and then that's decent. I'm just going to go Tesla at the river. This is a perfect example of when I would. I'm actually going to NATO like this. Beautiful. Okay, so let me explain why I did that Tornado real quick. He's going to Prince, maybe? Prediction? No, okay. Anyways, yeah, if I don't Tornado that right there, the Goblin Giant's going to tank, and then the Bats are going to keep getting some hits, and then that obviously is going to make them heal up and not die to anything. So the reason I did that Tornado is because I knew he was going to play some kind of card. And if I don't get that off the map quickly, it's going to get way more value than that 3 elixir would cost me, if that makes sense. So Tesla's going to kill all of this, maybe if it wants to pop up today. There it goes. Okay, nice. Tesla's, you know, it's not putting in a shift right now, but let's just go knight to back. I probably should just rocket this. Oh, this is actually kind of risky because now he's going to be up quite a lot of elixir. Yeah, he's up like 5. We'll just go here, which is fine. I'm a bit nervous for this push just because the prince is a very hard card to defend well. So I'm going to mute my emotes to focus up. Of course, he's got sign up as well, so it's going to be a bit of a difficulty to defend this. I'm going to go Tornado Knight like this, and then I can just go Log Ice Wizard. You got to stay alive here. Beautiful. I love the Ice Wizard, man. Are you kidding me? Like, tell me another card that's that good on defense, and also you can utilize it in so many different situations in different areas to like, it's just, you know, I'm lazy, but I don't even care. Ice Wizard the back like this, and then I've got Skellies. I've got Evo Tesla. I'm going to Evo Tesla like this. Okay, hold the phone. Even if I go Expo, though, it's just a free stein, isn't it? That's how you got to think in this meta right now, unfortunately, is that everything is a free stein for your opponent. So let's just go rocket on top of this. My the dogs that are at my house right now are barking. You can probably, I don't know if you can hear that. It's very faint, but I'm going to go Tesla right here, and that's going to kill the Goblin Giant plus Goblin Stein. Should be decent enough. I'm going to just go for my... I want to go defensive. It's very tempting to go offensive, guys, but there's no reason, right? Let's just play safe, play smart. We'll go for the Knight like this, and then Log like this. I can just go for my Ice Wizard, then Skellies with high to block the Prince's charge. That's perfect. I'm glad I waited on those Skellies as well there. I'm going to go for the Tesla to 2 DPS things down. Wow, English Hunter is a tough language to speak, apparently, for my brain. I'm going to go Log right here on top of that Prince. Ice Wizard the back, and then we are chilling right now. I'm going to go for a second defensive Expo. I know it's cringe, but I don't care. At this point, we just want to secure the win. Look at look how he's playing, to be fair. Pretty cringy as well. I'm going to rocket like this, then get a nice little tornado to kill all of this. Ooh, pretty solid. We do miss the Stein, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. We can go Knight up high, Log the Goblin Giant to make sure the Goblins don't overwhelm us too much. And that should be GG's right about now. So I'll go Skellies up high, and then I can just go for my Tornado, and then I can also go for my Knight. Log to just be 100% safe that the Goblin Giant dies, and that's going to be game over. Another beautiful win right there. I believe that's 12 or 13. That's 13, right? Oh, shoot, I can't remember. Anyways, that's another win right there, and that's going to put us at 13 wins, I'm going to say. I'm dumb, don't listen to me. That was 12 wins, by the way. Anyways, this is the 13th game right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait a second. I don't really have the best starting hand. You know, the usual starting hand plays are either Knight, you could Skellies. Skellies don't really matter too much. I'll just go Skellies in the back. Unless he has Mother Witch, then I'm going to be sad. But either Knight or Log, to be honest, is what you would be fine cycling in most situations. You know, it is a bit risky to cycle Knight as well because, you know, he's not playing anything. I'm just going to Ice Wizard, whatever, I don't care. I don't feel like waiting. I don't have patience. But yeah, it's risky to play your Knight just because pack of the back into a Knight is kind of a risky play. Like, you know, it's a bad trade for you. But I'm just going to go Knight on top of this P.E.K.K.A here. Wait a second. Skellies? Are we good? Oh, he messed up. Oh, sir. That's basically a game, I'm not going to lie. Especially because this is a hard counter for me. Wait, we're getting really good matchups. I'm telling you guys, I suppose the best Expo deck right now. If you can figure out how to play perfectly in patience, you can win a majority of matchups. But this is really good right here. That's low-key just game. I'm going to be honest, that's low-key just game over, but I'm just going to keep playing. We'll give him the benefit of the doubts that he can come back here. Okay, he's going to go... Yeah, that's game, actually. That's game. I can just go Knight like this, and then I can just Tornado this balloon to the King Tower, and that's going to be a GG's. Just like that. Oh, what a start, bro. What an absolute beautiful start to this game. That was a absolute clinic right there, defending the P.E.K.K.A. and his freeze. Got our next match here against Rin with the Meteor. Is that a Meteor or a Fireball thing? It looks like a Clash Royale Fireball to me, but I think it is a Meteor in the name. Anyways, Ice was the back right here, Bandit. We've seen a bunch of those. Either P.E.K.K.A. or Bridge Spam is my guess. So it looks like P.E.K.K.A. if he does have the E-Drag. A good matchup again if they don't have Lightning. If they have Lightning, you know, obviously it's very difficult to break through. It's also very difficult to defend without losing your towers. So I'm going to go Knight like this. I don't love this start. My cycle is very, very awkward. It's all good though. I can just go Ice Fist like this, and then we can go ahead and grab the King Tower activation. I could have got this with, yeah, I should have gone for the, to be honest, I'm actually not sure I could have activated the King Tower how you usually activate the Ghost right there. That's the reason I kind of didn't want to, is because If I try and go for that placement, it might have just went to my Ice Whiz. I think it would have, and then I would have gotten no King Tower. So it's better to take that one hit right there, in my opinion. You know, clown me if you want, but I think it's the right play in that situation. He might. Oh my. Wow. Okay. Wow. If you played that a second earlier, that would have been really awkward. And the Bandit would have charged onto my tower instead of those Skellies, obviously, because they would have been evaporated. And then I would have been sad, so it's all good. Luckily for me, he didn't get that pre-rage quick enough. He did get the pre-rage, but it wasn't quick enough. So we're all good right here. We know his deck pretty much to the most parts. I'm unsure if he has a spell. So he's gonna Ice with the back. I can match that Christmas Frosty Spirit right here. And you know, me personally, Clash Royale, if you're listening, Supercell, I think you gotta match the holidays, the icy, the winter theme, and give Ice Whiz an Evo. That's just what I'm thinking, you know. Could be a really cool evolution card. I'm gonna go Expert like this to get on tower. Hopefully, he probably will get a P.E.K.K.A down on 0. No, he's not. He's gonna go P.E.K.K.A. Nice. Okay, so the reason